Here's the latest on xtalks.com. The growing demand for convenience has led the frozen food industry to experience significant growth over the past few years. However, popularity in a food item usually causes other food manufacturers to invest in developing similar products, which means that frozen food companies are facing a lot of competition. A good way to stand out and innovate in this category is by staying ahead of consumer trends and developing new and trendy frozen food entrees. So what kinds of innovative foods should frozen food manufacturers look into this year? Hello, I'm Nima Rajan, editor and webinar moderator for xtalks.com, and welcome to this edition of Xtalks Vitals. Our featured webinar for this episode is how a hot melt adhesive system is revolutionizing food and beverage packaging. Click the link in the description below to register for this free webinar. Jerry Ludwig, corporate consulting chef at Gordon Food Service, and his R&D team recently identified the following 3 emerging trends in the food industry. Number 1. Vegcentricity. Although many consumers identify themselves as vegan or vegetarian, Ludwig believes that the meat protein trend is on the rise again. However, him and his culinary R&D team found that fruits and vegetables are taking center stage in entrees, while meat protein is being added to boost the flavor of dishes. For example, Ludwig refers to a mind-blowing tomato dish that he tried in a downtown Los Angeles restaurant called Here's Looking at You. The entree used momotaro tomatoes as the main ingredients, with Chinese sausage as a topping. But when it comes to frozen foods, maintaining the fresh taste of ingredients like tomatoes might be a challenge. However, there are technologies that food companies can utilize to enhance the freshness of their frozen food products. Number 2. The simplicity of Brazilian tapioca. The American consumer demographic continues to become more diverse, bringing rise to fusion cuisines that incorporate ethnic ingredients and flavors in traditional American foods. Brazilian tapioca was identified by Ludwig's team as an ingredient in a new kind of crepe that small restaurants in New York are using. Ludwig said that these New York restaurants commonly use Brazilian tapioca crepes as a base for a savory or sweet filling. Galleria, a New York City-based restaurant, fills these Brazilian tapioca crepes with chicken and vegetable fillings. Frozen food companies can take advantage of this trend by innovating frozen wraps and quesadillas by using Brazilian tapioca crepes as wraps. In addition, these tapioca crepes are gluten-free and are usually lower in calories than traditional wheat wraps. Number 3. Mashing Indian into mainstream. Indian food is already a popular international cuisine in America, but according to Ludwig and his team, its ethnic flavor is merging with Western foods. Chefs are now merging Indian flavors and ingredients with popular Western foods like toast, chicken wings, and wraps. In his presentation, Ludwig mentioned a New York-based Indian cafe called Pondicherry Cafe that serves a salmon avocado toast that incorporates tandoori wild salmon, curry leaves, and mango chutney. Frozen food brands like President's Choice, Great Value, Compliments, and Trader Joe's have already invested in frozen Indian meals. A great way to stand out in this segment is by innovating frozen Indian entrees with fusion meals like butter chicken tacos, tandoori chicken wings, and tikka salmon with vegetables. In 2016, the American frozen foods market was worth $53 billion, and it accounted for over $195 billion globally. Frozen food companies are likely to bring in these growing profits if they follow consumer trends and innovate their products so that they can stand out in this competitive market. Subscribe to the Xtalks YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below, and visit xtalks.com for more information on this story and our featured food webinar for this episode. How a hot melt adhesive system is revolutionizing food and beverage packaging. Click the link in the description below to register for this free webinar.